Alright, I'm Nemesis again, and this is Titan's Return Leader Class Sky Shadow with Ominus as his Titan Master. And this is, I guess, what people are starting to call the pre-paint of the upcoming Overlord, except with black and red, so I guess Edgelord colors? Yeah, I guess we can call them Edgelord instead of Overlord. I get it. Jokes. I have them, even if they're not funny. But yeah, if you see this right now, you can see he's a jet and a tank kind of pushed on top of each other, and I'll get two more. He's got 4 modes officially. And of course, he comes with his instructions, which unfortunately are still the Titan's Return, like dark gray on dark gray. What are they actually trying to say here thing. And he comes with a bio card. So, sees all that stuff. Nice artwork. All that. So, that's all he comes with. And here's the thing, I wasn't going to get this guy initially. I was going to wait for the Overlord, but then I saw him on the store shelf, and I was kind of debating on which, before that, I was debating on which one to get for a while, and I was kind of leaning towards Overlord. And then I saw him on the store shelf, and I couldn't resist, so I wound up getting this guy. I might get an Overlord just reviewed and sell, because I do kind of like this guy overall in the color scheme and stuff. And I'm not super attached to either character, so I'm okay with this one. So there's that. Yeah, you can see he's the jet and the tank, and he do roll pretty okay. It's not the greatest. The wheels are these just 3 tiny little wheels here, and here. And yeah, it's since this mode is kind of ridiculous, but I guess you can imagine, kind of flying in and dropping the tank off if we're flying off, which leads us to, yeah, it splits apart. And then you got, well, the jet and the tank. And that just came off accidentally. Whoops. Yeah, you got a jet and a tank. And they actually both look pretty good. This tank's a little stubby little thing. The jet's kind of this very angular but kind of cool looking thing. Lots of, mostly black, red highlighting with some gold here on the jet. Not really any, and silver on the tank. And a little bit of silver here on too. But I do like how these look overall. I like the looks of the jet and stuff. You can adjust, like these tail fins, how you want them, if you want them inward or outward or straight up. Officially, it's supposed to be straight up, but yeah. And still, the tank rolls. The turret thing does not rotate because of how it transforms, so is that. And of course, the Titan Master can fit into the cockpits. You can just lift that up. Speaking of, here's Ominus. He's 2 shades of gray and 1 shade of black. No paint on his robot mode, unfortunately. But he's just like every other Titan Master. He can also fit in the tank cockpit. He's off to the side. Open that up. Slot him in. Good to go. But I'll remove him real quick. And so, to transform him, we're going to go to the base mode next. Transform that. First, you want to remove the gun here from the tank mode, which it goes in really tight, so it can be a little difficult to get out. And you also want to remove this. And while I'm going to base mode, just real quick, these two can combine together. There's a little slot here and the tab on here. You just kind of put them together. The thing is, it's not the tightest connection. I mean, it's really, really, really loose connection. It really is. The Titan Master can sit right here to pilot it, but it's not the greatest connection in the world. Of course, now that I say that, what happens? It holds together just fine. Go figure. But yeah, it's okay. That's the thing you can do with them. But yeah, to continue the transformation, you take the tank here, and you split it right here, kind of near the middle. If I can do this. Yeah, you kind of split. Again, these are super tight. Split all that. You split the turret part, I guess. And then from down here, you take these and you take this and move it like that. And you take the legs and split them apart. You take this half and rotate it around and tab it in back there. And then you want to rotate these 180, move them up like this, and then rotate them down like that. And then you open these up, and there's this little thing right here. That lets you connect to the other bases in Fortress Maximus and upcoming Triptychon and whatnot. So that is one half of the base mode done. We'll put that down over here. And then you got the jet, which for this, what you want to do is fold the fins down, fold that fin down, and you take the wings and split them up or move them up. Then you want to take these cannons, move them to the side, move the arms out like this, and also move this up like so. Move the nose up like that, and then move the fins back down. Take these pieces and they untab, and you move them kind of, they're on their little arms right here. Move on this arm back like this. Same with this side. Move it back. Sometimes it's a little stubborn. And you got this half of and then you move this down. You take the gun from earlier, and there's a little hole right here. You put it right there, and that's the other half of the base mode done. And then you take both halves, get this part, and there's a little slot here, or actually a big slot. Just put them together, and there is your base mode. You can take this and do whatever with it. I think you're supposed to leave it actually on the jet like this. And yeah, that's your base mode. You take the Titan Master. There's a bunch of pegs like here and here on the arms. He's got a peg right here on the jet cockpit. All sorts of places you can put them. And you can also put them in here if you want. It's an okay base mode, but you can see it looks kind of like a robot lying down. So there's that. But of course, this is not really the primary draw like most of these. So just remove these parts again, and then we'll get it to the robot mode. For that, you want to move these back onto there. Move the wings back. Take the legs. Move them back like this. That part. Rotate them around. Take the half of the tank thing and tab it back there. Then for the feet, you want to open those up, fold these back in, and you want to make sure to move these all the way up so that it lines up with the bottom here. And you take the tread and move it back. Same with this side. Take it and do all that. And then upper half in just a second. Move this all up. Take the arms, fold them down, extend them at the bicep. Take the fists out, like so. They'll rotate out like that and click into place. Yeah, you also want to close that up. Take this whole assembly and move it back like that. You can fold it down like that if you want, but I prefer like this. That's like the official. Take this flap, move it down, tab into place, rotate the helmet around, and of course you then take the Titan Master, fold him up as you do, open this up, and slot him in. And then you have Sky Shadow in his robot mode. I really like this robot mode. I really like Sky Shadow. He is very, very nice looking overall. The little detail here, you got silver paint, the reds and blacks, it kind of all works together. I mean, yes, it's Shadow the Hedgehog, Edgelord colors, but I don't care that much. He's really good looking, I think. He just overall just looks really, really good. I mean, look at this. I mean, you can take these two pieces, you can wield them individually. You got this, so that's a peg. You can either have them wield them, dual wield them, or again with this tab and put them together and try to get them together. Which again can be a bit of a pain. But yeah, so you can do that. You can drop it on the floor if you want. Professionalism. Anyway, yeah, so he looks really good. The thing is, I didn't mention this earlier, but he's still, again, got stickers, the metallic stickers. These aren't so bad compared to, like, say, Broadside or whatever. They kind of stand out. Like these, you can really see them standing out. This one's off-center, too. But, yeah, that's the biggest thing, I think, is just the weapons don't tab in very well, and that's the unfortunate part. I mean, there's the metallic stickers on the wings there. You can see them. These aren't so bad because the stickers, there's not a whole lot of stickers. They don't stand out as bad as, say, they do on Broadside or even Laser Prime. So there's that, I guess. So, yeah, the posability, though, yeah, he's, because of the later class thing, it's just the side to side because of the helmet. You can't, the ball joint isn't really used, so side to side. Arms, they got outward because of the way they do is a little weird, but they do have outward movement. They have forward and back movement. I'm just going to leave that to the side. So, yeah, he's got good posability there on the shoulder. Biceps are swiveled. These are kind of loose, unfortunately, but it does swivel. Elbows, you see, 90 degrees. Nice motion. Is that no waist swivel, thanks to how he transforms. I mean, because of this, I understand why there's no waist swivel on this one. This makes sense. And the legs, he's got the hips, which forward and back, pretty far actually. So he's also got way outward. He can do full splits, which is nice. His knees bend about this far, just shy of 90, but there's, it's pretty good. His thighs, of course, we saw swivel. Real nice. He's got this hinge, which is for transformation, not posability, but I guess it's there if you want to break his leg. And down in the foot, he's got, of course, the toe and heel, which can help, and a very, very, very nice ankle tilt. Nice and smooth, no weird, no click points like on, say, 6-shot. It's just a really, really nice heel, just nice and smooth. And so he can do the full splits if you want, but this really helps, especially since he doesn't have a waist swivel. Which, yeah, it's the one. That's the biggest thing with his, and no wrist anything, which is unfortunate. That's the two big unfortunate things: is no wrist and no waist. Other than that, he's actually really nice. He looks good. He poses well. He's just kind of a home run overall. Both his alt modes look good. The base mode, it's all right. Again, that's just a single problem with all of them. The base modes are always just, they're kind of there, I guess. But he looks great. He poses great. I do not regret picking this guy up. He either him or Overlord. Really, you can't really go wrong with either one. Just decide which one you think looks better and go with it. Because I do not think you'll be disappointed with either one of these guys. They are a fantastic leader figures. Probably the best. Guy is probably the best leader figure we've gotten so far out of the Titans Return line. I am not kidding. 6-shot was great and all, but this guy really surprised me with just how good he looks and how well he poses and everything. I highly recommend picking this guy up if you can. So, yeah, this is a good one. This is a great one. This is one of the, I guess, if someone says what's the best of the Titans Return, this guy would be in the runnings for as a strong contender, even with the missing articulation. I think he's just absolutely a phenomenal leader class figure. So yeah, I'm gonna stop gushing for now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and recommend buying this guy if you can. If you can find him, buy him. He's coming out right now in some stores, and like Big Bad Toy Store and stuff should be getting their stock in pretty soon. So. This was Titans Return Sky Shadow, and I hope this was informative for you. This is a great figure. Pick him up.